for everybody. No, it's not going to work for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they ask him about, he said, well, we ain't trying to convert people, but, they should follow the Sharia law. Well, what do you call that?
That sounds to me like a little bit of conversion going on here.
You know what I mean? Listen, man, I used to be Catholic.
You can be Christian, but you have to follow this Muslim law.
So obviously what he's saying
is don't be Christian outright.
But then he's kind of contradicting himself, I think, because if you say you don't have to, if he's saying, not they, because it's not them, if he's saying this, if he's saying you don't have to be Muslim to follow the law, then that's a law, because he's saying all the man-made laws are causing the problems in the West. So if you don't have to be Christian to follow that law,
they are kind of causing the problem in the West because the people who make them aren't following them. So it is kind of in one aspect he's right.
You know what I mean? But I'm not saying Christian, I mean Muslim. You don't have to be Muslim to follow that law. So then that means that law is not really a religious or spiritual law, because you just separate them there.
Yeah, sounds like it's man-made.
But then again, Hannity didn't give him time to explain himself, because Hannity is just interjecting. This is yes or no answers, because you can't answer stuff on theology in a yes or no capacity. Is it me? Or does Hannity looks like a young Jay Leno? I can't take him seriously because I expect him to go video bomb every minute.
Kevin, what do you think of that?
Take us out, Kevin.
Yeah. And you know what? And I go back to, once again, journalism class with these people, and how you said they wanted it all to be yes or no answers. When you're being taught interview tactics, all that sort of stuff, you don't like it when somebody answers everything with a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Because then that means this interview is going to go really quick, and even though you might have a ton prepared, you might need even more, because now they're just going yes, no. Well, can you elaborate?
Not
no.
to mention,
they're giving you nothing. From my whole experience, and everybody that I've even talked to here, whether it's been other students, whether it's been journalism professors, I remember one of the big things Dr. Bailey said is, one of the best interviews you'll ever had is somebody who doesn't shut up. He said, if you ask them a question and they can just go and go and go, he's like, that's fantastic, because now you have a ton of sound that you can deal with. And also, too, I remember when I was doing the show Rounding the Bases with softball, bringing on Coach Stanton and a couple players. Coach Stanton loves talking to the media. She loves being able to tell everyone about her team. I would prepare with enough questions for a half-hour show, and I might only make it about halfway through there, because I could ask her a question, and she could just go, and it would just fill the time.
Yeah.
And, that takes, to me at least, that took off a whole lot of stress of, now you're not getting down your list going, uh-oh, there's 10 minutes left, and I have 3 questions. It's like, crap, now I got to ad-lib something. What am I going to come up with? No, now I didn't even get to that. Fantastic. Or as time's winding down, you can pick and choose. Okay, let me jump ahead and really want to talk about this. I like it when I'm interviewing somebody who talks.
Because that's
more
the whole questions deal. Come up through that. Too.
Exactly, and also that's the whole point of you having them on for an interview.
Yeah.
The interviewer is not supposed to be the star. The one who's being interviewed is the one who's supposed to be the subject.
And the thing about it, too, is when you bring these extremists on and you let them talk, they usually talk themselves into a corner.
Exactly. And I don't know how many times I've said that on this show. When somebody comes on and they're making themselves sound like an idiot, you just let them go.
Yeah.
Because they're just going to end up helping prove your point that they're an idiot.
And once they finish talking trash, ask them a poignant question about what they say.
Exactly.
Let them get around that. You know what I mean? And thing. But, that just really, really, really shiver me timbers. I'm sitting there.
You didn't like it, matey.
This dude just sitting there talking about, I know what's good for you. Man, I don't even know you. You know what I mean? How you gonna tell me what you believe is best for me? You're sounding just like everybody else, as far as I'm concerned.
We had too much of that. Haven't we had way too much of that?
I don't know, man. I'm telling you.
I understand, obviously, certain laws need to be in place, or otherwise people are just going to, people are going nuts anyway.
They're going to go nuts whether there's laws or not.
Exactly. I mean, there has to be, obviously, some kind of consequence, for these things. But,
listen, you know what? Like, for instance, executions ain't stopping people from killing each other.
No.
Chopping off a man's hand is not going to stop two other men from stealing.
Yeah.
He's not going to go, oh, yeah, especially if there's a rich and a poor. Mm-hmm. If the man poor and he hungry, he going to steal.
Yep.
You're going to cut off a poor man's hand for stealing some food, and you know how bad it is in where you're from. Mm-hmm. In certain areas, especially in the desert areas and stuff. They just behead another person in Saudi Arabia. A woman. They're beheading people and stuff like that for the simplest stuff. You look at somebody's wife or something and choop. You know what I mean? And you're going to tell me, no, I'm not living under that kind of law. You could keep that wherever you could keep that there.
There are already things that you might live in fear of anyway.
Yeah.
That doesn't need to be one of them.
You know what I mean? I live in fear of marriage every day. So I ain't trying to worry about that other stuff.
Speaking of that, we're going to have a little story with that later. Because, it's coming up at about 9:30, so we're going to get back into the music here for you. But just to give a little preview, just drag it over. I can't even say it. It's making me laugh so much. I was talking to a friend earlier, just to give a little sneak preview. She said that I think some people are just getting married as a trial thing, which is funny because a lot of them end in a trial with lawyers and judges and things like that. And you know what? There are some people that I really think, let's just try this out and see what happens.
Yeah.
But so we'll talk about that later. But also too, hang on, you're actually gonna have to click on the song. If you press play, it's gonna go back to the beginning of the playlist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Martin Luther King Day is coming up Monday. Obviously, the government has the day off, which they take days off anyway. Yeah. I mean, there's some that I really wonder if they even work 50 days out of the year. So, it's a government holiday. The only people I say congratulations to that are the real government workers. Postal. I have the day off, because the banks are closed too. But politicians, you all should just go to work. I'm sorry, you don't deserve to have Martin Luther King Day off.
Wow.
You don't.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but you don't. So, anyway, we've got other clips from some of his speeches and things that we'll play throughout the show as well. And we'll be back on in a little bit to give this marriage trial story. This is just funny, and it just about made me choke when I heard this one.
On that marriage thing, that boy.
Let's get to the music, and we're talking about freedom. Let's play some freedom. This is Richie Havens.
Mr. Imam, we're gonna keep our freedom, okay?
That's right. We're gonna listen to what Mr. Richie Havens here.